Are you a parent who feels stressed early in the morning? Let's face it, if you have children, then your mornings are probably hectic and full of action. But this doesn't have to be the case. You have the power to make mornings a bit easier on yourself. How, you ask? By adding a little structure to what your children do in the morning. If you create a morning routine for your kids, then you will reduce a lot of the stress and anxiety that happens throughout the day. So in this video, I will provide a 6-step process you can use to create a great morning routine for your kids. Now be sure to watch this whole video to the end, because I will provide a variety of free tools to take action on what you're about to learn. Plus, I will provide a link to my favorite chore chart that I personally use with my oldest son. And finally, if you enjoy the content of this video, then please help us out by taking a few seconds to hit the like button. Let's get to it. Why are morning routines important for your kids? To start, let's talk about 5 reasons you should create a morning routine for your children. 1. It creates an increased sense of confidence and independence in your child. Your children will feel good about themselves knowing they can do some of the things you normally would do for them. 2. It gives them greater self-control. Your child will learn to appreciate the work-play balance, understand certain things need to happen before they can have fun and relax. 3. It reduces stress. By knowing what is expected of them ahead of time, children will often feel less anxiety and worry. 4. It teaches them healthy, lifelong habits. While it may seem silly to put items like take a shower or wash your hands on a morning routine checklist, it actually works to instill good habits in your kids that they will carry with them later in life. Never underestimate the power of good hygiene. 5. It instills a sense of appreciation for what you do. By assigning your children certain responsibilities, you are guiding them towards a greater sense of appreciation for all that you do. Thus, they will be less likely to take you for granted later in life. Now let's go over the 6-step process for creating a morning routine. Step number 1. Making a list of your daily responsibilities. Starting with Monday, make a list of everything you typically do each day. Things like make breakfast, pack lunches, drive kids to school, make dinner, laundry, soccer practice, piano lessons, Girl Scout meeting, work report due. A good rule of thumb is this. If it's a typical daily chore, aka a mom-dad thing, or if it's on your daily or weekly calendar, list it here. Then repeat this process for each day of the week. Once you have the list in front of you, check off the morning relevant items you think your child could handle. Step number 2. Know your audience. You should keep your child's age and abilities in mind when assigning chores. The last thing you want is for your child to feel as if a task is daunting. This will only create resistance on their end and stress on yours. For instance, don't ask a kindergarten-age child to pack their own lunch. Instead, give them the responsibility of packing their snack from an approved snack drawer. You also need to keep a balance between the amount of life skill items on the list versus chore items. Life skill items include things such as go to the bathroom before the bus comes, wash your hands, brush your teeth, comb your hair, put your shoes on. Chore items are those that will help you out, such as make breakfast, get dressed, pack your backpack, make your bed. To help you assign these chores, we recommend checking out a few free printables that we have included in the description box of this video. Step number 3. Give a purpose to the morning routine. Categorizing the morning routine chart can help children feel a bit more independent, especially those children between the ages of 5 and 11 years old. Categories will also create the illusion of free thought by giving purpose to each task on the chart. For instance, we've included another free printable that you can customize that includes 3 main categories: body, home, mind. It allows you to place your own tasks in each category, which can be a great point of discussion between you and your child. You can ask them to come up with items, or choose from a list you made, that they think should go into each section. This method will give children the opportunity to make a connection between their actions on various aspects of their life. Step number 4. Don't get cutesy with older children. Let's be realistic. If you're the parent of a tween or teen, then you will face some resistance when you spring a morning routine chart on them. If not resistance, you'll definitely witness an eyeball roll or two. You see, most kids between the ages of 11 and 17 typically need to be told what to do. Unlike younger children who yearn to feel grown up, this age group actually thinks they are grown up, and that means they need a reality check. They are living in your house and must do their part. Straightforward, customizable charts typically work best for older kids. They can even hang them in their rooms should they choose. Each night, you can have a discussion with your child about the next day's priorities and assign tasks accordingly. Items such as pack your swim bag, or prep an after-school snack would be a great fit for their morning routine. It also helps eliminate any surprises, which is great for kids who have a tendency to be anxious. Step number 5. Consider the when-then method to cut back on resistance. One resource that can help with your kids is the Positive Parenting Solutions program, which is filled with top-notch content to help you intelligently raise children. Specifically, they recommend one strategy that is called when-then. In a nutshell, when-then is simply phrasing a demand that you have of your child in a way that keeps it almost closed-ended. They may suspect they have a choice in the matter, but they really don't. For example, instead of harping on them to clean up their room, you would calmly say, "When you clean your room, then you may watch television for 30 minutes." When-then is not you telling them to do something now, or throwing out empty threats of punishment. It is you merely stating a fact. If they want something, then they need to do something. So how does this apply to a morning routine for kids? On the top of giving them a morning routine chart, write, "When you do these things each morning, then you get XX after school." XX could be technology time. It could be a special snack, or their choice for dinner. Maybe they want to stay up 15 minutes past their bedtime. Whatever works for your child is the perfect reward for a when-then statement. And if they don't finish all of their morning duties, they simply don't get the reward. Step number 6. Make it a team effort. It is human nature to question authority at times. And when you're a child, we as parents are the authority. We play a pivotal role in dictating what our kids do, how they dress, what they eat, where they go, who they are friends with. The list goes on. So naturally, there will be times, likely many of them, when our children demand reasons for our actions and our rules. They will also call us unfair more times than we can count. That is why it is so important to make morning routines appear to be somewhat of a team effort. Let your child know that you are not merely dictating or delegating, but rather asking them to do their part in managing the house. And in doing their part, you will have more time to focus on quality time with them, whether that means watching a family movie together or cooking their favorite meal. Think about it. If you didn't have to spend an hour each day folding laundry, you'd be able to spend some of that time coaching their recreational basketball team. You will also be less stressed, which will result in less nagging and yelling. One trick that can turn the morning routine into a team effort is to show your kids the original to-do list from step number 1, so they see just how much you do for them on a regular basis. Routines are a part of life, so it's important to teach your kids the values of contribution, responsibility, and punctuality. This will make them better people and equip them for adulthood and what will be expected from them in life. Now, as I promised in the introduction of this video, we have a free tool you can use to help your kids create a morning routine. This is a simple printable download you can fill out with the specific habits that your children will complete. We will also include a variety of other great morning routine printables we have found on the internet. Furthermore, the one tool that I have personally used to help my son with his morning routine is the My Magnetic Responsibility Chart, created by the Melissa and Doug Company, which you can purchase on Amazon. What's great about this chart is it has 90 different magnets you can use to customize and track the daily habits of your kids. This responsibility chart has been a game changer in my household. You can find the links to all the items that I just mentioned in the description box of this video. And if you want to build a great morning routine for yourself, then be sure to check out our video on the 12 morning routine habits of the world's most successful people.